It's the four banger, ladies and gentlemen.
Faux Loco.
The plague 2 days ago. I heard you had it, and it was
an adventure.
Muy bado.
Yeah. I bought a giant bag of gummy bears, and I ate one.
Good for you.
On my way to the car. I can't even wait to the car to open them. I eat one, and I'm like, I can't taste this. That's a fucking problem.
Oh,
so I get in my
no.
car. I eat a couple more. I'm like, I can't taste these. Shit, is this like COVID? What's going on? So now my body's like catching up, like, hey, dude, I think maybe you're sick. And I go back inside, buy a smaller bag just for science. On the way out, eat it. I'm like, I can taste it fine, but I'm feeling sick. And by that night, so it wasn't a taste thing. I'm pretty sure it was flu, not COVID. And by that night, I was just down. And then like 3 days of just like, can't even stand up. I have no energy, junky lungs, coughing up like green, hard looking shit. It was nasty.
Awesome. I love that. I love that for you.
Nights where I would like go between temperature of like 96 and then spike to a fever. So I'd be like freezing cold, then wake up in like literally a pool of sweat and then freezing cold again. Yeah. Like about 3 days of that. It sucked.
But so since you are a bit of a machine, does something like that completely throw your fucking body off for like 3 weeks or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember
the speck of sand in the cog sort of thing.
But I bounced back. So like the first day I felt like better. I'm like, oh, I feel amazing. It was like, oh my God, I can actually stand up without being lightheaded. And
yes.
And then it kind of moved up into my sinuses. I still have like a little bit of a lingering cough. I sound a little nasally. Yeah. And that's pretty common for me.
I'm not a religious person, but there are certain times in life where I will pray just in case. And one of those times is when my nose is stuffy. Like remembering the good times when you could breathe through both of your nostrils and just begging anything in the world to just stop this absurdity.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst feelings in the world.
Do you ever use any kind of irrigation, like neti pot, or there's even better, there are these like squeeze bottles where you can like squeeze saline up into your sinuses. I think it works. I think it's helpful to like flush stuff out. And you have a sore throat, like salt water, you gargle with salt water, that helps.
That's true.
Sinuses,
That's true.
Same idea.
I don't know. I do this thing where I blow my nose and that's pretty much it. So should we talk about some awesome albums?
I think so.
I think we should. Well, let's talk about one, and then next week we'll talk about another one. These idiots don't realize that we're recording them both.
They don't understand our time warping capabilities.
Here is something exciting, though. By the time this episode comes out, I think, and honestly, I gotta get in the fucking habit of doing this anyway, because I don't say to please download the episodes.
Right.
Whether it's Spotify or Apple or whatever, Amazon. It helps us when you download. What's the other thing? firstchorusfirst.com if you want any of the links. It's a very rudimentary site on purpose because nobody uses websites anymore.
Yeah.
And then C, tell a couple friends. That's it. Tell a couple friends about us.
Word of mouth.
We're on the brink of actually being able to, we're never going to make real money on this, but to be able to
monopoly money.
Yes. But enough to justify things. And one of the exciting things is I think I am changing our podcast stats and production to go through Riverside, which means Spotify will have our videos. I think by this episode they will. So you can watch how on Spotify on podcasts you can watch the video or the sound. You'll be able to pick. Personally, I hate the videos. But that's me. And video is the way of the future.
I got to remember not to pick my nose.
You can pick your friend's evil, or you can pick your friend's nose. Podcasts are on fucking Netflix now. It's insane.
Yeah, I know.
It's insane.
I like our we're not like low budget production. We're like mid budget production.
Yeah.
But we're not high production by any stretch.
No. Like what are we? We're a movie that doesn't have a good budget, but we still we'll get a Gary Sinise or somebody in our movie. That kind of, you know what I mean? Fucking Aaron Paul will come on the show, something like that. Yes.
I'd watch a movie with Gary Sinise and Aaron Paul.
Fuck yeah, I would. Aaron Paul's from Falls, something like that.
Somewhere in this state. I don't know exactly where.
Yeah, he's from your neck of the woods. Coming up on Verse, Chorus, Verse, I could definitely see each member of this band having their own award or category on this podcast someday. That's next.
Hopefully,
hi everybody. Die. Yes, I am DL. Welcome to Verse, Chorus, Verse. With me is Evil of Death Metal, Jimmy. Evil, how are you?
My favorite one so far.
It had to be, right?
Did you say Evil of Death Metal or the Eagle of Death Metal?
I said Evil of Death Metal, but you got the reference, which makes me happy.
I'm the Evil of Death Metal. That's
yes.
That's going to make so much more sense in next week's episode. But it also works for this one because the Eagles of Death Metal. So fucking A, man. Well done.
Thanks. I tried.
Tying the room together.
Fucking dude. I feel like there's another. I don't know. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick, guys, so I'm very slow on the take today. We are officially, for this season, this is the last of our Homme coverage. We've just kicked your dead carcass with Josh Homme for, I think this will be our 5th episode of Homme coverage consecutively. Some of you might be saying, dear God, end it. If you are, you probably shouldn't be listening to a music podcast. You should always want Homme coverage. Yeah. And good point. Evil, how are you?
Your volume's just a little low.
Is it?
Slightly. Yeah.
I turned it. So what's weird.
If it needs to be, that's fine. I just wanted to, before we get too deep into things.
No, what's weird is I am struggling a bit with my volume to you.
The ratio.
Maybe that will help. Am I loud enough?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
I could just hear myself way more in my.
It's funny. You and I have the same exact issue. You are very quiet and I'm too loud.
Got it.
But we'll figure it out.
Evil,
how are you? You're feeling healthy again.
Oh, I'm on the mend. I have been for a little while. I was down with the plague. It was gnarly. I took days off of work, which I never, ever do for illness.
Yeah. Working from home.
Yeah.
And you took sick days. That's
crazy. I took 2 sick days. Yeah. And it was a Monday, a holiday. So I was 3 days of just being down and out, man. It was no es bueno. Yeah, right.
We get to talk about an album that I love today.
Do you?
My God, we'll get into it. We're going to get into a lot of stuff today. This is going to be a good fucking day of recording.
I think so.
This episode is going to be awesome. Next episode, I'm super excited for. This is going to be the best of the best. Olympics started. I haven't just seen a second of it. Have you?
I'm so tuned out of the real world. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm in my own little bubble.
It's kind of where you have to be right now. And certain people are going to be listening to this and saying, you have a responsibility, blah, blah, blah. I don't know about that. No, there's a line in The Big Short, the movie about the housing bubble burst with Steve Carell and Christian, fucking amazing movie. And they're talking about fiduciary responsibility, and Steve Carell has this great line where he's nobody in the world is fucking acting responsible for anything. Right. That's kind of how I feel. And we have listeners in certain areas. We're thinking about you. We hope that you're okay. But I don't really, usually I'm like, how's it going? And I talk about topical things, but we're not going to do that today because nothing's good.
The K-Fabians have taken over.
Yes.
For those who have no idea what I'm talking about, kayfabe is a term used in pro wrestling, and it's sort of it refers to the illusion that they're acting as if it's real, right? Yes. They're in character, and this is a real storyline, and
and it works literally and metaphorically right now.
Yeah, so I just feel like everybody in the public eye at this point in human history, culture, whatever, is operating on some level of kayfabe. So I'm just calling them the K-Fabians at this point.
I like it. I think you and I might not always agree politically, but we definitely agree on that. That's for fucking sure. Them fucking crooked fucking vultures. Stop. Do you remember hearing about this for the first time? And or like, do you remember the first time you heard, dude, Grohl, Homme, and John Paul Jones are fucking coming out with an album? Because I don't. I don't at all.
It just was like sort of blended into my musical listening, like seamlessly, to where I don't remember it being an event, but I always, not always, but I remember it being a part of kind of like my playlists and stuff from the jump. But it wasn't like this big impact event sort of thing.
I wonder what the marketing was, and I didn't research this at all, because same exact thing for me. I saw this album, immediately bought it.
Yeah.
The rest is history, but there was never a holy fuck, Grohl, Homme, and John Paul Jones are going to come out with something. There was never that part of it for me. I think
there've been some supergroup collaborations that happened in the early mid 2000s I think this just felt natural because people were doing that.
Yeah.
Like there was one with like Danny Carey and Robert Fripp, and I can't remember who else. Was it Claypool a part of that? I don't remember. And then like Oysterhead, which is like Claypool and,
well, let's do this. Let's do this now. I added an award in category for every single episode now, and it's the listener question of the episode. So anybody that comes onto the pod is going to have a listener question for the episode so that you can get back with us with your thoughts on it. So it's a direct call to you to answer to us. So you feel like we give a shit about you because we actually do. My listener question of the day today is, who are the top 5 best supergroups of all time? Riddle me that. I don't have a good answer for that. Spoilers. Them Crooked Vultures is really fucking high up there for me.
Well, you led the witness with this question with me a bit, and I had to think about it. Like, I've got some interesting thoughts.
It's the type of bar question that sounds super easy, and then you start thinking about it, and like, what constitutes a supergroup?
Sure.
Was Led Zeppelin a supergroup? What, like,
exactly. That's kind of what I ran into as well. And then you have like I'm going to call them like reverse or inverse supergroups. These are like the Yardbirds. Like, think of the 3 guitar players that we know that came out of the Yardbirds.
Yes.
You got Beck, Clapton, and Page came out of one band, like not at the same time, but like, it's like a spawn point for fucking brilliant guitar players.
Or what about like the Foo Fighters? Are the Foo Fighters a supergroup?
Sure.
Like Hawkins and Grohl got together from Nirvana and Alanis Morissette. You know what I mean? Like, so I tried to be as traditional thinking as I could. I could only come up with a few. Traditional thinking of a supergroup to me is just people that are known for a band.
Right.
All people are known for a band, and they get together and do another project. That's basically the way that I think of it.
Do you have a top 5?
I think I'm only going to do a top 3.
Okay.
And here's the thing. I'm not including Them Crooked Vultures because I don't want to spoil how much or not much I actually ended up liking this after sitting with it for a while.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
So I'll do my 3. One of them is going to be pretty controversial because I don't think people liked him much. I fucking loved him, and that is Velvet Revolver.
Okay, so here's my but my question about Velvet Revolver. Is that a supergroup or a side project? And here's my criteria, because the other guitar player, forget about him, because like,
who cares?
But it's basically Guns N' Roses with Scott Weiland. So does that make Talk Show a supergroup, which is STP with a different singer?
This is fucking impossible.
Yeah, I know. So my criteria was, if there's more than 2 people involved, the supergroup has to come from more than 2 different main projects. Does that make sense? So it can't be like all a group from one project and then bring in one other person.
Yes.
So I didn't include Velvet Revolver, but they were in my like thought conversation on this for sure. And I fucking love Velvet Revolver.
So then, my number 1 is, I think people would be able to guess it. My number 1 is Mad Season.
Of course.
I mean, I think that counts for both of our
our criteria. Yeah.
And then what about Cream? Cream counts, right?
I had Cream in there too, but it's like, I mean, that was their fucking name was like, we're the cream of the crop of the British, blues thing. So
that's what
I had them listed.
I did Velvet Revolver, Cream, and Mad Season. I wasn't a huge fan of like Temple the Dog.
Sure.
I wasn't as big of a fan as a lot of people were of that. I loved Audio Slave. I don't know what you count that for.
Audio Slave for me it's the Velvet Revolver conversation because you got
the exact same thing.
Chris and Rage Against the Machine.
Yes. Yeah. So what give me yours.
A tag onto that, Prophets of Rage, same thing. Rage Against the Machine. Although, wait, hold on. That might actually, because that's Chuck D and Be Real. So you got Cypress Hill, Public Enemy, and fuck, they're a super group. Yeah. God damn it. Okay, I have a couple of that you probably wouldn't have thought of. The Highwaymen.
David Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
No. The Highwaymen.
That's on your top 5. Well, the fucking
Johnny
Highwaymen,
Cash,
that's
Waylon
fantastic.
Jennings, Chris Christopherson, yes. Willie Nelson. That's a fucking super group.
Hang on, I own like 4 cassettes,
Highwaymen?
4 tapes. One of them you cannot see at all. But yes, reflective, it is the Highwaymen.
My God.
It's so fucking awesome. Yeah.
God bless you.
Right?
Yeah.
God, it's so cool to see a fucking tape.
I love cassettes. That's my youth.
God, right?
Yeah.
Man.
I know we're big into the vinyl and shit.
It's sitting right by my Marlboro's Greatest Hits cassette.
That's where it should be.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay, keep going. Highwaymen
in the
is
same
an
vein,
answer.
In the same vein, the Traveling Wilburys.
Yep. Yeah.
You got
absolutely
George Harrison, Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, Roy Orbison, and then Jeff Lynne. But fucking come on, that's a super group.
They were good on their own too. Like they sounded like something different.
Yes, agree. I didn't do like a top, like here's my top whatevers, but personal favorites for me are in the hair metal sort of vein. Damn Yankees. Fucking love Damn Yankees. 'Cause you got Ted Nugent, you got Tommy from fucking Styx, you got Night Ranger. I can't think of his name right now. That's a super group. And I fucking love that first album. It's one of my.
So they were able to take you high enough?
They did take me so much high enough. And then my metal super group is Down. That is in my.
Yeah. You've mentioned them once or twice.
Because you got Corrosion of Conformity with Pepper, Pantera, Phil, Rex has played with them, Crowbar, Kirk, Pat Bruders, I Hate God. Now that is like, when I think of supergroup, that's the first one I think of.
Yeah.
Because they've released multiple albums. Of course, Mad Season, Temple of the Dog are in the conversation. I have a couple, I mentioned the reverse inverse supergroup. I think this is the biggest inverse supergroup ever, Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, no fucking question.
Where they started as a group and then the individual projects became huge as well.
Do you have a favorite from the Wu-Tang Clan?
Maybe Method Man. I don't know if I don't have a favorite.
I think Method Man.
I think Method Man's, if I had to pick, I mean, Old Dirty Bastard is, come on.
ODB. RZA is amazing too.
Yes.
For me, it's either RZA
or Method Man, I think, are the yeah.
They're fucking amazing. Them Crooked Vultures, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get to it, we got to talk about the most important part of the night. Hold on.
One more.
Evil's got one
more.
JK.
Hot take. And this is related to them Crooked Vultures.
Okay.
So in evaluating super groups, I'm like, okay, what super group? This is a really hot take. Number one, how do you evaluate a super group? Like, what's the criteria? Like, what makes them a super group, right?
Yeah.
And so one of the things I thought of is like, what is the discography of the individuals in this group? And I'm like, who beats the discography that includes everything Led Zeppelin?
Oh, yeah.
Nevermind, In Utero, Nirvana Unplugged, all of Foo Fighters, and all of Queens of the Stone Age. And I'm like, this might be the greatest supergroup.
Well, I did a little bit of just lollygagging last night looking around the web, and a lot of the Reddits and stuff are, the first thing you see is them Crooked Vultures when people talk about supergroups. A lot of them are, Crooked Vultures have
And like discographies came into play, and I'm like, well, Led Zeppelin, period.
Oh, it's no question.
That gives you a leg up on everything.
Yep.
That any of the, Jimmy Page or Robert Plant or John Paul Jones are part of. That gives them. But then you have fucking Nirvana, Foo Fighters, and Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah, you're done. You're done. Nobody's gonna top that. I mean, you could, yeah, you just can't. There are, like, you could say that songwriter wise, like the ones you were talking about, like the Highwaymen and the Traveling Wilburys.
Sure.
Wilburys.
With the Traveling Wilburys.
What? Speaking of not being able to talk, what are we drinking?
This is a problem because I've drank a lot of this already, and that was supposed to last the whole episode.
I love that for you. So I am going to be boring for a while. Well, so first, I am drinking a Red Bull, which is not good for you, but
it gives you wings, though.
It does give me wings. I have started a competition with my dear, dear brother who lives in your neck of the woods in Boise, because we're both more out of shape than we've ever been. So before we go on vacation together to a place in... What happened? Did you forget one?
I've forgot a whole bunch of Supergroup conversations, but whatever.
We've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
We'll keep talking about Supergroups. But he and I are now in a get in shape competition. So by the time, in July, when we go on our family vacation, whoever loses the most weight, and we're trying to figure out something physical because we don't want it to just be weight, but whoever wins...
Yeah, weight is a hard one.
Yeah, but whoever wins buys the round of golf and the fireball shots. So that's the competition. Because of that...
You should do my mono physical competition comparison journey.
I don't know what you just said, but
here's the thing:
you have like an actual competition that.
Okay.
How many push-ups and
you have to do a max deadlift.
Okay.
And
he
then
will kick my fucking ass at that. He is much bigger than me.
And then sprint up a large hill.
I will kick his ass at that.
Both of you. And then at the top, you have a wrestling match.
He will kick my ass at that.
Yeah, but if he's like gassed at the top of that's the thing.
True. That's true. And there's plenty of hills in the area that we go on vacation.
Right.
We might have to do that.
So max deadlift, whoever lifts the most, sprint up the hill, whoever wins that one gets that, and then the wrestling match. And no rest. Like you sprint, and when the second one gets up there, engage.
You just attack.
Yes.
Okay, that could. I'm terrified because he's very athletic, but he's also very out of shape. Like he played college soccer. He has that fucking dog in him.
Sure.
But I do too.
That dog.
I'm awful competitive. Anyway, the point of this is that I'm probably not gonna be drinking too much exciting shit starting today, because it starts today. We're weighing today, and then weighing there.
This.
But I'm going to be drinking a lot of like vodka sodas and, a lot of that sort of thing.
They call them the NorCal margarita, which is basically
the fucking pathetic drink.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It still
Lime
tastes
juice
great.
And tequila, period.
Exactly. Yep. It tastes great. And I'm not like, it's not like I'm going fucking, I had some fucking whiskey last night, ladies and gentlemen. So, but that's all I'm drinking. Evil, what about you?
I have my brother and my friend Clayton over. You know both of these people.
I do.
They're good friends. We've had, over the years, kind of like a Christmas. Number one, my brother's birthday is January 1st, and then Christmas. So we always kind of get together and exchange, usually booze of some kind. And I had built each of them a care package based off of our trip to New Orleans, where I gave them a kit to make both Sazeracs and bitters and soda.
The tummy
because
drink,
my brother's doing, he's like a I don't know how many months. He does like a dry few months every so often. So I wanted to give him both options. Like you can make an actual drink or you can have the bitters and soda. And in the exchange, I wound up with a bottle of Michter's Rye, which is delicious.
It's okay.
And so I made a Sazerac with Michter's Rye, a double, and it's almost gone. Oops.
Is it amazing?
It's fucking good. Michter's Rye is Michter's.
Oh, Michter.
I love Michter's.
I love Michter's. That's what we're drinking, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't even fucking started talking about the album yet. We're going to take a break. We will be right back. What is this? We are back. Them. Crooked. Vultures. Before we talk about the album, we got to do the friendship test. Which song is each other's favorite on this? Evil, what you got?
Good Lord.
Yeah.
I mean,
agreed.
It's so difficult. I have a hunch that you enjoy this album. We wouldn't be talking about it otherwise. I know that you like all 3 individuals involved.
They're all right.
and then just listening to it, I mean, it's unskippable. Like, and there's variation, there's elements from all 3 that any one of these tracks could be your favorite for some particular reason.
Maybe.
So I went hard into the paint. I picked the last track, Spinning in Daffodils.
That is, it's an okay pick. It is an okay pick. It's kind of same here. There are a lot of little nuggets in this. This isn't the type of album that you just say, oh, whatever the heaviest song is, Evil's going to like it. It's not like that. It's too complex.
Yeah.
I went, because there's this kind of crazy, there's fucking crazy guitar work in this song.
Dude.
There's a little bit of almost like 70s rock in this song. And then there's a little bit in this song. It sounds almost like a Scott Weilandy project. I went with Reptiles for your favorite song.
Have no idea how good of a take that is.
Good. Okay. Let's get into
Holy shit.
Crooked Vultures,
we
shall
tuned
we?
into some of the same shit on this album, that's for sure.
I think it's kind of impossible not to on some of this stuff. This came out of LA. Where else could it have come out? They call it a spin-off of Queens of the Stone Age, Led Zeppelin, and Foo Fighters. I don't really know what that means. It says they were active in 2009 and 10. It's a band that played a couple shows and they came out with an album. It's them, Crooked Vultures.
Right.
People keep talking about them doing another project. How old is John Paul Jones?
He's 79. He was 63. It's been 16 years. He was, I think, my math might be wrong at this point. I think I'm going off of something I read recently, but he's
got to be close to that.
Yes. Let me verify that. But I know it's been so long that I'm like, they may have waited too long. Yeah. And I know they recorded enough for a double album. Like, they had enough material for a double album. He's 80 now, so
I'm okay. I'm okay with this being the project.
Sure. Same.
It's a beautiful nugget that we got. Alan Moulder helped them engineer, but this was all them. This was 3 geniuses going into a studio and just fucking rocking out together. That's all this was. Here's my thing, and I'm going to talk about this a couple times today. Did you go back and look at the reviews when it came out?
Oh, I didn't. I didn't even think to do that. Really?
Pitchfork gave this a 6.2.
Huh.
Looking at a lot of sloppy, lazy, I don't think people know what the fuck they're talking about sometimes. I don't understand it. I don't know. This now, if you go and you look at like Rolling Stone and stuff like that, they did like updated scores. I don't know why. I don't know if for some reason people didn't process the fact that this was, JPJ, Grohl, and Homme. And maybe when times change, they raise their... I don't get that. I don't get that at all. I'm not yet. No more holding the cards close to my chest. I have fucking loved this album since the day I bought it. I have worshipped this fucking... Yes. If this...
Well, kayfabe. I was playing along. Go back to the kayfabe.
Yes. If this was a Queens of the Stone Age album, it would be a real fucking boxing match to the death. Get it? First, between Songs for the Deaf and this album. This album is fucking incredible.
I mean, it would be top 3 for me. Like,
really? So you're a big fan too?
Yes.
I mean,
yes. And
here's one of the... Go ahead.
Save it. I'll put a pin in that because we'll...
Here's my question. I love the Foo Fighters.
Yep.
Love Grohl is an underrated guitar player, actually.
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
He's fucking amazing guitar player. But as I was on my 3rd bourbon last night, listening to this on vinyl,
you were drunk texting me, which is awesome.
I was. All I could think of is, why the fuck doesn't Dave Grohl play drums more for bands?
Right.
His drumming is just so fucking amazing.
I think I know why. Because I watched some interviews and some videos from around this time frame when this project was active, and it hurts. I think it's the physical wear and tear on the body is part of it.
Because he's trying to murder the drum set every time he plays it?
He just is, he's like fucking animal in human form on the drums.
He absolutely... Isn't there a Muppets where he and Animal are like going back and forth on a...
I don't know, but that would make a ton of sense.
God, I hope that's a real thing. I want to go watch that. I don't know. Look, there's not a big backstory to this. They all knew each other and they were just like, dude,
it was a birthday party. It was like Grohl just invited like 150 people to medieval times.
Wait, is that hilarious. What it was?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like John Paul Jones is like, I've never seen Cable Guy and I had no idea what I was getting into. And he just basically, it was like a blind date for
That's
Josh.
An underrated flick too.
For Cable Josh and John Paul Jones, set up by Dave Grohl under pretext of a birthday party at medieval times.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing.
And then they just went into a studio and started recording shit.
Yeah. And then the rest is history. And they just do this album and it's rad. But this doesn't get talked about as much as you'd think it would. Don't you think?
No, I agree. I wonder if it has something to do with just kind of Josh's arc with Queens of the Stone Age in general. How that was originally sort of like this loose confederation of musicians.
Yeah.
Which is sort of what this is, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that flavored it a bit. I don't know.
Like I said, I am more than okay with just this being the thing. If they did their album, it's fucking incredible, and then they ducked out again. I'm totally fine with that. Everything else sounds kind of, before getting into awards and categories, everything else sounds kind of dumb to even. I mean,
I know. Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, John Paul Jones is good in it.
You think?
Yeah,
he's all right. He's had an okay career.
Dave Grohl is good on the drums. Josh Homme plays good guitar.
Some of the awards and category, I just laugh. I'm like,
yeah, when somebody in the band is one of the fucking awards and categories.
Yeah.
Let's do it though. I feel like there's gonna be a shit ton of talk with awards and categories.
Yeah, I think it'll be the bulk of this episode.
Yeah. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Evil, we're back.
Oh, I'm almost out of a drink, so that's fine.
Before you do, why don't you hit us with your listener question of the episode?
All right. I got a good one. What is the best album that Dave Grohl has been involved in?
Fuck.
Because there's some obvious.
That first fuck was before I thought about Nirvana. And then the second fuck, oh my God.
Because obviously we're talking about this album. So let's throw it in. Is the
question the best album, or what album is Dave Grohl the best in?
The best album. Let's do both. Why not? Fuck it. Let's do both.
I mean.
What album has his best playing as a drummer? No, not as a drummer. What album has his best playing? Because if I say as a drummer, that's going to rule out some Foo Fighters stuff.
Yeah, I think your first question, just best album, is the. Yeah. I think that's the good question.
What is the best album that he's been involved in? Because you've got, fucking Nevermind, Wasting Light, Songs for the Deaf. This album, come on.
I mean,
don't discount In Utero. Don't discount Color of the Shape.
That's what I was
discount
thinking of.
Right,
but it's not favorite. It's best.
Best. Yes.
I mean, how can you it is the easiest, dumbest, cliche-est answer, but how do you not go with Nevermind? Like it's fucking Nevermind.
I know. Yeah.
It's like there are if you had to pick 10 albums and say no other albums in history will have ever existed, Nevermind's going to be one of those. Like, I just don't. It's a stupid easy answer.
Does the stretch and breadth of influence make that a better album than Songs for the Deaf, which maybe isn't as influential?
I know.
Like Wasting Light. Come on, man. You're
talking to fucking Wasting Light Master.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking love
I
Wasting
know.
Light. But the thing is, when I think Dave Grohl brilliance, my mind goes to fucking everything I hear goes to cat cat and dunk dunk
Sure.
cat cat, or Smells Like
Yeah.
Teen Spirit, a ticka a
Yeah.
ticka a ticka. Like
Yeah.
I just can't. That's
just
the instinctive. God, the fucking drums. That's a great question. That is. We're gonna get 700 comments on that if we. What is yours?
Oh man, I don't have an answer. I mean, if I were to pick one for me, it's Songs for the Deaf. That's the album I would pluck out and keep.
Yeah,
But that's because I'm selfish and that's what I want.
But it's so good. It's so
Right.
good. Dude.
I mean,
What a question. What a good question. The David Crosby Meh Award for bad reviews. I did not have a hard time finding one. Like I said, tons of them.
that's actually changing one of my answers.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Kurt Linhoff gave it 1 out of 5 stars. Crooked Turkeys is the name of his. And this was in 2010. So he reviewed it right when he heard it. I bought this because I knew JPJ in the late 60s and have a lot of respect for him. And the other guys are supposed to be rock stars too, but this is the worst. It sounds like they're playing
boomer. Jesus Christ.
It sounds like they're playing different songs or that they emailed the mix back and forth but forgot to sync their Pro Tools. Terrible mix, terrible tone, terrible timing, mediocre songs. Sorry guys, find real jobs.
Okay, I got to give the review like 5 stars, but his opinion is bullshit.
Could you imagine getting done with a show that Grohl, John Paul Jones, and Homme did and going up to them and telling them to get real jobs?
That's hilarious.
It's like hearing Beethoven on the piano and being like, you fucking hack.
You know what's funny is like watching some of the interviews and videos of the time when this was an active project, how much John Paul Jones just looks like an IT manager compared to the other two.
Yes. It's like amazing.
Like this was one of the members of Led Zeppelin and he just looks like,
But that's one of my favorite
Uncle John.
It's one of my favorite gifts that you see all the time. And every time I see it, I love it. It's a picture of a like an IT guy. And it's like, if the bass player in the band you're seeing looks like this, stay out of the fucking pit.
You stay out of the pit.
I love that so much. 70 million Jackson fans can't be wrong. What about this album do I think I'm on a small island for loving or hating? I mean, to me, it's easy to just say after reading so many bad reviews, critics are. I've never been as bewildered by critics. This album's fucking amazing
to me.
And so I don't think I'm on a small island for that. There's no way I can be, but just how much I love this album, I think. Evil, what about you?
I don't know if I'm on, like, this is my singular opinion. This is probably actually kind of a broad opinion, but I didn't have anywhere else to put this. And it's what I'm calling the Josh Homme effect. Like, and this is the curse of Queens of the Stone Age. Like, how is this not just the 6th Queens of the Stone Age album? Any album where he is doing both vocals and guitar, his influence and sound is so recognizable. And the history of Queens of the Stone Age, like I said, it's like a loose confederation of musicians that he's jamming with. What makes this not just a Queens of the Stone Age album?
Do you think that this sounds, give me a percentage of how much you think this sounds like Queens of the Stone Age?
60 plus, probably closer to 80.
Okay. I'm going to talk more about that in one of the other categories. I think it's very, very song dependent. I think it really depends on the song.
There's a batch of songs in the center, like in the middle, that is what makes the album the most interesting to me. And they're the least Queens of the Stone Age-esque songs.
Yes, we'll get there. I think you and I feel very, very similar about this album. What's love got to do with it? This question is a stupid question for this album. Like, if you are a music fan and Grohl, Homme, and JPJ, like,
yeah, of course, I'm predisposed to like this.
Yes, yeah. Sorry about it.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. What the fuck, man?
The Ozzy Osbourne Bathead Award. So for me, this is what did it. In the song, what was it? Oh, David. Oh, it's a lot of what you talked about. I didn't know it was medieval times, which makes it even better.
It's so funny.
But just the fact that these guys, who they are, were at a party and just like, hey, let's go into the studio and record an album. And it just ends up being, you can't get any more LA than that. You know what I mean? What about you?
I mean, I said just press play. Like, just press play and listen to it.
Yes, it's a good answer.
Out of the gate, you're just like, you're either going to like it or not, but it's wearing everything on its sleeve.
You can kind of say that about anybody involved, if you don't like, I don't know though, because I listened to the vinyl last night. It's the night before we record. I always listen to the vinyl, and my family. I've said this a couple times now. My family's so fucking done with Queens of the Stone Age, and they were very eye rolly when I put this on. But then I put it on, and they were like, "Oh, I liked it. Like, this is cool." They were into it.
It's undeniably good.
It's undeniably good.
I felt the same way. I'm like, I'm a little hommied out at this point.
Yeah,
seriously,
very understandable.
I think that's a testament to how good these songs are, is that it still captures my attention.
Absolutely. The DMX Award, Evil, what makes them unique?
So the genesis of the group, Dave wanted to work with Josh again. But they're busy, right? Queens of the Stone Age and fucking Foo Fighters in the mid 2000s. Those guys were busy. He just Grohl was like, what if you and I and we get John Paul Jones on bass? It was like a goof that he threw out there.
Like an award category.
Yeah. And then they actually get him. And apparently Jimmy Page was talked about at some point too.
I read that too. He was,
but he never actually was contacted. But his name was thrown into it.
They didn't fucking want him in it.
That would have been too many cooks in the kitchen, I think.
Yeah,
honestly, just to be honest. But
yeah,
my answer is medieval times. This was a blind date set up by Grohl at a birthday party at medieval times. That's come on.
I said something very similar in that basically John Paul Jones, just them
right.
These modern era rock stars just throwing in the glue of the greatest rock band of all time.
And he's like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. And he's fucking amazing in it. Which,
yes.
I mean, I know that sounds stupid to say, but old men they don't always stick with it.
He's the most underrated part of Zeppelin,
for sure,
by miles.
Only because as a pod we're not popular enough yet. Once we're huge, he will no longer be underrated because we talk about him in every episode.
That's true. He's got an award.
The Mark Lanigan True Rock Star Award. What makes the creators of this album rock stars? I don't know. They come from 3 generations of the biggest rock bands.
I just typed out, are you fucking serious? This makes no sense.
We are insulting ourselves with our own awards categories.
Yeah.
Overrated, underrated, properly rated. I think it was massively underrated. And if you would have asked me a month ago, I would say still underrated, but I posted a couple things when I found this vinyl in my local record shop. They posted it and I fucking sped to the record store. And even the record store guy was like, yeah, we knew this wasn't going to stay on the shelf long. But when I posted, I did get a lot of people being like, oh, fuck, you got them Crooked Vultures on vinyl. So I don't think it's underrated. But what about you today?
I did not do proper research because I looked at how it's viewed today and just sort of projected that back in time. So I think it's properly rated today. And I think it was, according to what you said about the critics' take in its heyday, stupidly rated. What a bunch of fucking idiots.
And I really I don't remember this. Maybe I was just always drunk and high in this point in my life, but I don't remember it being talked about a bunch either. I don't remember this being that album that you go to people's houses and it's always on or that sort of thing.
Right. Same.
Influences and influences. God, these questions are so stupid. These are so stupid for this album.
Well, the influences, I'm like, fucking come on. We're talking about one of the members of Led Zeppelin. The other two were influenced by him.
Yes.
Clearly. But you touched on something with the song Reptiles that I want to talk about is like in terms of influencees, like in the mid, like this is very Queens of the Stone Age heavy sounding on the bookends. But in the middle, there's some shit that I'm like, oh wow, this is interesting and different. And it's part of what makes the album more interesting for me. So yeah, Reptiles, like listening to John's bass playing, I'm like, oh fuck, Robert DeLeo was it is clear how influenced Robert DeLeo's bass playing was by John Paul Jones, by John Paul Jones's playing in this song. I listened to Scumbag Blues. I'm like, oh, it's clear how influenced Rival Sons were by Led Zeppelin.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But in what this song is doing here. So it's like, that was kind of a mind fuck listening to that, the middle of the album and hearing like current artists who I'm like, this could be a Rival Sons song.
Yeah.
A Rival Sons song. Let me say that again. This could be Victors. Sazerac, double Sazerac on an empty stomach. And here we go. So yeah, it's a kind of a joke question, influences and influencees.
I think that was very well put, and I very much agree. The Nevermind the Bullocks award, it's the only project they came out with. Here's
it's their best album by far.
By far. The only thing I would say is I am so glad that I don't have to, by my own rule, decide the question I already asked, which is if this was a Queen's album, is it their best album? I don't have to answer that, and I'm very glad because it would tear me apart. The John Paul Jones Award, Evil.
Yeah, literally wrote ha 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 ha. But here's the interesting what if universe answer to the question is go back to the mindset of Grohl saying like, hey, I want to work with Josh again. Who would the other bass player be? Paul McCartney was actually in the conversation.
Really?
Yeah.
God, that would be so good. It'd be so different.
It would be completely different.
But it would be so good.
But that's what makes that the interesting answer.
God, that
would
is
be a completely different thing.
Great answer.
Yeah.
I said LOL, but then I also, here's what I'll say about the John Paul Jones Award. I was listening to this album last night, and beyond just being like everything in it is being done so well. But here's the thing. This is why this project is so fucking good. No one's really standing out because these guys, all three of these guys are famously glue guys. These guys, the only thing that these three guys care about is this song sounding better. They don't give two shits about what their chops seem like or anything like that. I couldn't, with the exception of maybe Reptiles and a couple of I couldn't really pick out off the top of my head Jean Paul Jones lines in this album because that's not what he does. That's not what he's about. If more bands did this sort of thing, more albums would be fucking amazing like this one is.
Yeah.
No, dude. Seriously. One song to show, I actually went with Elephants. I know that's kind of a weird answer.
Throw them in the deep end of the pool. I like it though.
Here's what this is what I'd say. If you don't listen to this song and at least respect it, if not love it, you don't deserve this album. Like, that's kind of where I'm at with that. You know what? Fair. You don't even deserve to listen to this.
You must be this tall to ride this ride.
Oh, what about you?
It's a mirror of the Ozzy Osbourne Award, the Bathead Award. Just press play. Just press play and listen to No One Loves Me and Neither Do I. It's the perfect intro to the whole album.
It's so good. It's so good. The John Popper Award for Best Hook. I mean, this album is hooky as fuck, but what do you got?
Okay, there's so much good musicianship across the whole album.
Yep.
But like the line, you won't make it out, and here's the thing, it's like because they are all sort of team players, there's no one thing that stands out. It's like the interplay. And in Scumbag Blues, it's the line, you won't make it out, into the guitar that follows it. Like the interplay of those is so fucking amazing.
Yes, it is. It's absolutely, that's a great answer. Mine is this album had me from the first song, and the whole part of the first song is great, but when they start that fucking breakdown, like 3/4 into the song, when that bass or that down, that's the fucking hardest shit. Oh my, it gives me chills just thinking about it.
That's some good stuff.
That fucking breakdown is just that is the ultimate breakdown.
In listening to the album over and over again, that's like the first, like, this is more Zeppelin-y than Queens of the Stone Age-y. That's a Zeppelin moment.
Yeah. John Prine and the Best Lyric Award. Sometimes you break your finger on the upper hand. I think you got me confused for a better man. Goddamn, that's fucking good. That's so good. I also love No One Loves Me and Neither Do I. That's Josh Homme has quirky little fucking lyrics,
he's
man.
He's clever.
Yep. Sometimes you break your finger on the upper hand. That's so fucking good. Evil, what about you?
If there's that's a different award. There is a song that is maybe not the strongest track on the album, but I think it has some of the best lyrics. And one of those is, I got my finger crossed, you'll catch something, baby, because I just threw myself at you. And that's an interlude with Ludes.
And the way he sings it too. Like, do you think he's a really good actor, or do you think he's the type of guy that's like, well, if I'm going to do this Ludes song, I got to be on Ludes when I'm singing it? Like, that's
the beautiful thing is you can't tell.
Can't tell. That is the Eddie Van Halen Award. Evil, your man, your myth, your legend. What you got?
Going back to Scumbag Blues, along with the interplay of that vocal line and the guitar, you won't make it out into the guitar. The fucking clavinet and the guitar solos, how those play together, is my favorite thing on the album.
Isn't it the clavinet that you fucking hate?
No.
What is it? Is it the like the super trampish? Is it an organ that you hate?
There's organ stuff that I hate.
Wurlitzer?
Clavinet is different though. Clavinet's like funky and
Stevie
got groove.
Wonder. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very Stevie Wonder.
Very.
And that's in that song. Oh my God.
See, I put on here, I thought it was the fucking Wurlitzer. I said Evil's Time of Your Life is going to be Scumbag Blues because he hates that fucking Wurlitzer. But it's like more the organ sound that you don't like. Okay.
Yeah.
I learn something new every day. The right answer to this, and it was one of the many things that made me go back to the whole, why the fuck doesn't Grohl drum more? The fucking intro to New Fang is dear fucking God, dude. That, man, it's so good. And the whole song is amazing, but that intro, God damn, it's good. Surfer Rosa Award. This to me is an absolute Surfer Rosa Award. This opens up and just rocks your fucking face off for like 4 or 5 songs. And then it starts taking you on the journey. And then you get the Ludes and you start getting the weird shit about halfway through.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
Same. Like there's like this is like going back to what I said. How is this not the 6th Queens of the Stone Age album for what, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 tracks? And then it complete left turn into some weird stuff where you got like, I'll even throw Elephants in there because it's
Elephants is progressive. Fucking weird.
It is weird. Then Scumbag Blues is like complete left. If you're turning left, you're turning left again. So now you're going backwards. Bandoliers, Reptiles. Reptiles might be the weirdest song on the whole fucking album.
Yeah, I think so.
And then you're into Interlude and it kind of comes back a little bit. But yeah, complete journey on this.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes it super interesting to me as an album.
Well, let's get to the hardest question for albums like this. Evil, Time of Your Life Award. What's the worst song on this album?
It was easy, and that's Interlude with Ludes, because it's the obvious answer. And it's meant to be. It's like structured to be.
Yeah. I said that it's the easy answer, but it's this weird, well-needed break in the middle, so I don't like calling it a worst song.
I agree.
And I love that like muffled French bohemian thing that's going on, carnival thing they're doing in the background. I love that song.
Yes. And like I said, it's got some of the best lyrics on the album too.
It does. The only other one I said maybe is Warsaw. Warsaw is the only one that to me feels 100% like a Queens of the Stone Age song. It feels so much. It feels so Queens of the Stone Age to me. I don't know. I feel like there's more to talk about with that. But
I'm going to in the next section.
That's what I'm thinking. The 3 best songs on the album, I will go first. This is fucking impossible. I'll give a 3-way. I'll give a 2-way tie for number 3 at New Fang and Spinning in the Daffodils. Here's the problem with Spinning in the Daffodils. It's ruined for me because they fucking played it at the show and it was the greatest live show song I've ever heard. When they played Spinning in the Daffodils at that fucking New Orleans show with the orchestra, with the strings doing the doo-doo instead of the guitar, that was one of the greatest live songs I've ever heard. And so now I listen to this and I'm like, God, and you know what? That's not on the fucking live album either. So we're never going to fucking hear that again.
Right.
My number 2 is Gunman, which we also haven't, have we talked about that at all?
Damn. No.
We haven't talked about it, have we? I mean, that intro, that and then that weird wah phasery guitar, that's fucking heavy shit, dude. But my number 1, I think I just like the weird shit, Evil. My favorite song, I'm also, you know this about me, I'm very dark and twisted. My favorite song on this is Darker, Slower, Bandoliers. I can get down with Bandoliers.
That's a great track.
Dude, that is anytime, if I'm driving down the road and I want to feel like a fucking badass, I'm going to crank Bandoliers. That's my favorite song on this album. Evil, what are your favorite songs?
So I have some honorable mentions and there's
every song it's not on the...
Well, so I picked these. I wouldn't. So I'm going to do a top 3 and I'm not saying that these are in contention for number 4. I'm picking them as honorable mentions because they outline how fucking incredible these musicians are as individuals.
Love that. Love that.
And so New Fang, you mentioned Grohl's drumming. Bandoliers.
Really?
Like, you can hear this is Dave Grohl playing drums. This is John Paul Jones playing bass on Bandolier. Yep. Warsaw, same thing. Gunman, same thing. You can hear the musicianship. And while I don't think that these are like the best songs on the album, the playing is fucking phenomenal.
It's so good.
Like it is like, these are masters of their craft. All of them.
They're okay.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, dude. Yeah. Number 3, Elephant. And once again, I could have picked out 3 different songs for this, but I'm going rocking with Elephant. I think it's one of the more challenging tracks on the whole album, it's so good though. So worth it. Also one of the more Zeppelin-y in
I was
spots.
Just gonna, it's one of the songs where like only these 3 fucking dudes could have done this.
Yeah. 2, Spinning in Daffodils. I mean, like 7.5 minute closer where this track, same thing goes as for the honorable mentions. I just think it's one of the better tracks. The musicianship, like JPJ's bass playing on this, especially in the outro, you can hear, you're like, oh yeah, that's one of the greatest rock bass players ever.
I have a video I'll send you. I think I've already sent it to you, but we were watching them live and I recorded a portion of Spinning in the Daffodils. And in the part in the line where he says, "Sharpen your teeth, my darling, sharpen your mind," it's panning over and Mikey Shoes is singing with him, and when he says "sharpen your mind," he's like violently hitting his head. The fucking visual of that is fucking. I'll post it when we come out with this episode. But you're helping me with something for the end of this episode. I'll tell you about it. But yeah, keep going.
Okay, awesome. Well, that leaves my number 1, and I kind of led the witness earlier because I had some awards based on this one, and it's Scumbag Blues.
Scumbag Blues.
It just does everything right.
It's so good.
It is so fucking good. I've listened to this album before, but when I sat down to listen to it for the episode, it immediately jumped out. I'm like, that is my top song.
This is exactly what I was talking about at the beginning, is picking a song for you on this would be impossible because that song is not, that's like funky and it's fucking, that's like one of the lesser rocky songs on it.
I mean, it immediately, I'm like, this could be a Rival Sons track.
Totally.
And I think because it was like, oh, this is them doing something different than what I expected.
Yeah.
And just the artistry within it, like, it's just so fucking good.
It really is.
Yes.
The only other thing I'd say on top songs is I said it for my best hook, but the last half of No One Loves Me and Neither Do I, when that breakdown comes in.
Oh God.
It's really hard to leave that song off just because of how fucking outstanding that breakdown
I feel the same way, like, and that's why I mentioned it twice in the awards and categories, because it is that good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Evil, who won the album?
Supergroup debates.
I said smart musical fans, not idiots that gave this mediocre rushed album review bullshit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we obviously did.
People with taste.
People with good taste. Yeah.
Rating the album. Let me tell you how you helped me, because I was struggling a lot with this last night, because I don't think this is a perfect album by any means. But every time you were bringing up a song on your top songs, and you listed like 6 songs for honorable mention stuff, every single time you said a name, I was like, fuck, that song is that should be on my top 3. This is a 10 out of 10. There's too much fucking gold in them thar hills, people. There's just too much greatness in this album to not give it a 10 out of 10. Yeah. Evil, rate the album.
When I started, like, I've been listening to it for a couple weeks at least. I've been listening to this album for a very long time. It's been in my rotation since it was first came out. So, but I've been specifically focusing on it for this episode for couple weeks, maybe 2.5. And first, I'm like, this is a 9. And then I'm like, maybe like a 9.25 to 9.5. And then I'm like, no, I am leaning, like, it's unskippable.
Yep.
When you actually listen to it and dig in, there's way more under there than it seems like there should be. And I'm leaning into the hyperbole of, like, I'm not rating albums anymore based on what I think I should rate them for other people. I'm rating them on my reaction.
Love that.
This is a 10 out of 10. It would be number 3 on a Queens of the Stone Age, like, top album list for me. It would be Rated R, Songs for the Deaf. This one, all 3 are 10 out of 10s.
Man, good job, Josh Homme.
Dude, well, he picks good people to play with, man.
He does.
Come on.
Hey, we got a 20 out of 20. That's a perfect score, ladies and gentlemen, for them crooked Vultures. What a fucking album. Yeah. That's it. That's all we got. Join us next week. We're doing another album. So I didn't even say it at the beginning of the episode because it doesn't even matter anymore. But technically, this is an album exchange.
Yeah.
This is first part of an album exchange where I, quote unquote, gave Evil an album and he gave one to me. I picked them Crooked Vultures because we were doing Josh Homme coverage. I knew that he'd already heard this. I knew that, but we had never talked about it. He gave me an album that I had never heard, and that's what we're going to talk about next week. I'll give you a hint. It's metal. Shocked.
Imagine that.
Evil, thank you for talking about one of the best projects ever with me. VerseCourseFirst.com, @VerseCourseFirstPod. Tell a friend. Good night and good luck.